Hey guys, I had a request to do a look using the Stila Pro Palette No. 1, so if you want to know how I got this look, keep watching. Hey everyone, I got a request last night from healtopalm. Her name is Darree or Darree. I'm sorry I'm butchering your name, but I don't usually do a request so quickly, but I was playing with this palette anyway. She wanted me to show you a way to use the Stila Pro Palette No. 1. It looks like this. Mine's kind of beat up and dirty. And it has a bunch of colors in it. And I've been using the neutral ones, these kind of three towards the middle here, a lot. But she specifically wanted to know how to incorporate maybe some of these brighter ones. And I'll show you how I did it. I will say if you're brave, you could take the purple and do it on a color wash all over your lid and kind of really blend it out a lot. I am that brave, but I'm not in the mood to do that today. I have to do regular mom things, and the dog groomer's coming to the house, and I don't want to scare them. So I'm going to keep it a little more neutral with, as they like to say in the beauty world, a pop of color. I will admit that I did go onto the Stila website and take a peek and see how they recommended using it, and strangely enough, the way they recommended it is the way I've been doing it all along. So that's kind of nice validation. But anyway, I have already put on my face, so to speak. I have on my foundation, blush, contour, highlight, concealer. I did my eyebrows, and I prepped my lids with MAC, Paint Pot, and Soft Ochre. And I will list all the products I used all over this in the description box. As always, before you ask, I'm happy to answer any question, but before you ask about something mentioned in the video or what I'm wearing, always check the description box. I really put a lot of time into typing that all out, and just so that you don't have to take the time to ask, that it's already there for you. If something's missing, I'm happy to answer for you. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is use Kitten, which is this pink, this one. It's kind of a pink color, and it has a little peach to it and a golden shimmer to it. I am going to use a big fluffy brush. This is part of the HD set from Walmart. It's double-ended. It has the fluffier side and then the pointy. I read somewhere online that watching my tutorials makes a few people cringe. I'm just putting this on the lid, by the way, and then kind of just washing it all the way up, almost all the way up to the brow bone. Anyway, somebody said that they enjoy watching my videos, but that my tutorials make them cringe, and I'm not offended by that because they make me cringe too, but I am happy to humiliate myself on a national and international forum to help somebody out. If nothing else than to show people that there's plenty, that applying makeup is not as easy as it may seem. Okay, so just taking it, I'm dabbing it on my lid. I'm just gonna load up a little more. And then washing it, brushing it up and back. Not all the way up to the brow bone, but pretty close. And also, I'm going to take the pointy end, this is the pencil brush side, and I'm just going to make sure I get those corners, those inner corners, just to brighten up my eyes. Then, with that same, well, this is maybe a little too fluffy, with a slightly smaller brush, let's say, what is this one? This is a Sonia Kashuk. It's pretty dead on to the e.l.f. one too, any domed brush. I'm going to take the darker of the two browns. This one is called Grand. Something I read about this particular palette, and I'm sure most eyeshadows, but I think it works especially well with this one, is that this can be used wet or dry. And the makeup artist in the video actually just took a spray bottle of water and just sprayed her brush, so didn't use Studio Fix. Anyway, I am just, tilting back and seeing that natural shadow. That's where my contour is, and I'm just going in. So this is pretty much the same as what I always do. Just making sure I carry it down to that lower corner. We don't want it kind of floating out there, so to speak. I don't bring my shadows all the way in because I feel like my eyes are kind of close set, and the way that I have heard that you determine that is you measure, you should have an eyeball's width of space between your eyes. So if we do that, my eyes are clearly not widely enough spaced, but I can't really do anything about that, but we can mitigate by not bringing that color all the way in. So again, I'm just going back in little circles. The Stila shadows are very creamy and very pigmented. They do fall out, so make sure you tap off any excess, but they do blend, I think, very nicely. I'm trying to tell, I can't tell. I think that's pretty even. So this isn't any different really than what I would normally do. Now, this color isn't in the palette, but I can't have all shimmer on my face. It just makes me a little crazy. So I'm taking my Wet n Wild Brulee. It's the single. And I'm taking that same fluffy brush, just kind of wiping it off on the back of my hand, and going in, and I'm going to put it all the way up on my highlight. And this also kind of helps me blend so there's no strong line between on the top of where I put Grand. And I'm also going to go along the outside just to blend out. Now it's up to you whether you want to carry it down below your eye. Lately I've not really been putting much below my eye. Just kind of open things up a little bit. Now here's where the fun part comes in. You can take any narrow brush, a really skinny pencil brush, a very flat narrow angled brush, which I did not bring with me. This is one of the first brushes I ever bought. It's Trish McAvoy. I don't know if they still make it anymore. They make the concept. It's a flat brush. I think they call it a push brush. And it's great for getting right on the lash line and just wiggling. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the purple, which is called Moxie. That's pretty funny. And I'm just going to dip my brush in like this. Both sides, and really tap that off, because this stuff will get everywhere. And I'm just going to look in this mirror and just starting at the outer lash line, just push it in. And it's a very thin line, and I am going to go all the way in with this. It's very thin to start, but then we can build it up. In fact, it's a little too thin for what I want to do today. You can't even really see it. So I'm going to take this really sharp point. I would use an even smaller pencil brush, but this one comes to such, I don't know if you can see that, such a fine point that this will work. And I'm just dabbing it in there and really tapping it off. And there we go. Just adding a nice thin line and kind of flicking it up like this to smoke it out. It's really a subtle color, and bringing it all the way out. And I am going to carry just a tiny bit under. And then kind of just blend it out with my finger. Now, this is my personal preference. I didn't want to go full on purple eyelid here. You can adapt this to fit how you want to do it. It's easier, I think, to just do it with this hand. I skipped the push brush on this one side because I obviously want to build it up a little more than I thought. But if you're, if you work in a more conservative setting and you want just a little bit of color, that push brush would be a really good effect. It'll just get you enough. I even winged it out a little bit. So that's what I'm doing here. Now, you can choose to use a black eyeliner with this. I haven't tried this, so we'll see how it works. I have a purple eyeliner. You can use any purple eyeliner. I do have others. I have a purple Prestige, I think, and this one is by P2, which is unfortunately only available in Germany. But I'm just gonna go over the line, just right at the lash line. So it's really not so much adding more color as just kind of defining that lash line. And it's only on the top. I'm not going underneath. Ah! I broke it. Sad. Hang on. Don't push it out too far, apparently. It's very soft. Okay. I will say this is really good for green eyes, this look. So now all that's left to do for my eyes is curl my lashes, and I'm using my handy dandy little Japanesque pocket curler, which, contrary to my mother's belief, is not discontinued, has not been recalled. And then I know I reviewed that I didn't like this Blackest Lashes so much, but I am going to retract that. I guess it took a few weeks to maybe dry out, but I actually am really liking this a lot. It's a little clumpy, it's a little thick, but it's really easy to work with as far as if there's a clump, it's easy to kind of wiggle it around with the brush and work out those clumps for the most part. And the other eye. As far as lipstick goes, you can go neutral, you can go bright pink. I mean, there's really a variety of things you can do. I'm gonna go a little more neutral because I'm just in that mood. And I forgot to bring my bottom lash mascara out with me, so I'm gonna just use this. Not the best brush for under eye work, but it'll do in a pinch. So I am just gonna go for a little softer look. I'm gonna line my lips with a kind of a peachy nude. No, pinky nude. I guess really pink. It's pink. And my lips are pretty dry right now. I don't know why. It's been raining. It's been humid. And today I'm going with a nude pink. Very similar, I think, to I think Rimmel Airy Fairy is not too far off from this. And just to give it a little gloss, I'm going to do a kind of a nude pink gloss over that. And that's it. That's how I would use the Stila palette to use the purple. This teal color here, this one is pretty intense, and really I would probably do the same thing, but it's a very summery color, so I think I would wait till summertime. But here is a look up close. And with my eyes open. And I hope that you like it. Hope you like this Darree heel to palm. I hope this is what you're looking for. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.